I want to warn you, the story that I'm about to share with you is tough. The image you will see is graphic. The event, brutal. A young man, homeless and schizophrenic, beaten to death, kicked, tasered multiple times, hogtied face down, smashed against concrete, his head slammed with a flashlight. This is what happened to Kelly Thomas.
At about 8:37 p.m. on July 5th, Ramos and Wolf responded to the Fullerton bus depot in separate vehicles. Ramos knew Kelly Thomas from prior contacts as a homeless person who hung out in the area. He did not believe that Kelly Thomas posed him any risk. It was obvious that Kelly Thomas had difficulty following Ramos's instructions. His instructions were to sit with his legs outstretched with his hands on his knees. It would be obvious to any reasonable observer that Kelly Thomas had cognitive issues and that he had difficulty following Ramos's instructions. Ramos made a deliberate showing of putting on latex gloves in front of Kelly Thomas. Ramos leaned over Kelly Thomas in this most menacing way. He made two fists with his gloves on. Two fists. He lifted his fists to Kelly Thomas in front of his face so that he could see them. And he said, "Now see my fists? They're getting ready to F you up." That declaration was the turning point. Ramos was telling Kelly Thomas at that moment that this encounter had changed to an impending beating by an angry police officer.
Okay, fuck, dude. Okay. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's up on your back? Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Okay.
You witnessed this event, and can you tell us what you saw?
Well, when I came up here, I saw two cops on top of a homeless guy right here that I know, and they were pretty much beating him up, telling him to stop resisting, and then more police came and they started beating him with a flashlight, backup flashlight in the back of his head, and he wasn't moving around at all, but more came and they started tasering him, and it was just a horrible sight. It was like a rampage. It was like a feeding frenzy. Like if you were to go watch some kind of National Geographic where the wildebeest gets too close to the water and the alligator, it was terrible. It was completely out of line, completely uncalled for, completely too much force. It was brutal. It was.
Okay. Here, dude. Here, just come.
Sorry.
Please,
come on.
Please stop, dude. Please.
Stomach. Roll on your stomach. Roll on your stomach.
Ready for a cold drink now.
That's enough.
Yeah. We're on dock.
Alright, there's our best. Does that. Like this, you can't resist. So I don't know why they didn't put cuffs on him and call it a night instead of hitting him. They're freaking.
I can't stand.
Damn.
I can't stand.
You need, what is that, 5 cars for one guy? So there's no you getting.
He's on something. I got this hand.
Help me! Help me! Help me, Jeff!
Which way did you wrap these?
Relax. Relax. You good? We can't take him. Can you guys go him? We can't take him on.
Yeah, we're your guy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said we're come on, we can't take him on.
You're your own guy.
Got it. Okay, I'm sorry.
This guy we got.
I'm all going with this here. Hey, you ready to get to your car? We're going to call the ambulance.